Because if you bet the Eagles-Redskins game and took Washington +6, it's a 3-point game. Final minute, it's over. There's no way. I mean, it's basically Hail Mary, but there's no real way. It's over. They've accomplished what you want them to accomplish. Last play of the game, 47-yard fumble return touchdown as time expires, where the Eagles player is tackled falling across the goal line. Arguable that he very nearly basically gets stopped almost shy of it. Just barely edges across.
Where's Deshaun Jackson when you need him? Where is it? He could have dropped the ball 1 yard in front of the goal line.
Philly -6. It's a 3-point game. If you had Philly and you're laying the points, you backdoor cover in the most glorious of fashion. If you had Redskins plus, you're going, who did I wrong in a past life? Where on the final play of a 3-point game, it swings to 10.
That only happens on sitcoms and cartoon shows.
That was as horrific, a brutal bad beat. Where I know in the program that precedes us here on Fox Sports Eugene, R.J. Bell was talking about this and saying, well, there was 10 seconds left. I know it's the last play, but it's 10 seconds left. So they not fumbled. In theory, they could have had up to 3 plays. I get what he's trying to say there. It's the last play of the game. You are if you took the points for Washington, you are absolutely loser at the window material.
There's got to be someone in Eugene.
You are walking up
Corvallis
to the betting
Albany.
window going, all right, here we go. Pay me out here. This is a winner. Thank you. And that happens. That's one where you're looking for the nearest boulevard to walk into after that. That is definition of loser at the window. And for those who don't exactly get the reference beyond the fact that, yes, that was our season-long segment on our picks, which, again, will start as bowl season picks up here, including on Friday with the first couple of games, where we do hold all tickets, which, if you don't understand that in gambling, I can't help you. But that's obviously a reference to sports, not only sports gambling, but horse racing in particular, where you have the close booth review, and it's hold all tickets is the call in horse racing. Loser at the window is, for most degenerate gamblers, it really requires no explanation. But a loser at the window is exactly like it sounds. You're somebody who thought you won. Maybe, perhaps you were very confident. You made your stroll to the betting window, ready to collect. And then, oh boy, something changed. Perhaps on a review in horse racing. Perhaps on a last-minute play when, again, you took the 6 points, and on the final play of the game, there is a 47-yard fumble return touchdown that goes the other way.
Loser at the window is actually the working title for my autobiography, James.
Well, given how much you dabble in the daily fantasy realm, Alex,
Every day. I've got some going right now.
I've got some going right now, but not in daily fantasy or on sports wagering itself with the Saints and Colts.
Kamara is what we
I have it
need
in
for
just
you.
total fantasy team stuff, but I'm not going to, nobody cares about my fantasy team as far as the details of it. But bottom line is, it's playoffs, it's a big night, and I need a miracle. That's all there is to it. But that's a season-long thing and a relatively small investment, grand scheme of things. You have action going every day.
Every day. Two or three matchups or slates every day.
I
was given advice.
And I know you said most of these usually fall in the $1, $3, $5 realm. Right?
The biggest I'll go is 10.
On your daily.
On my daily. The smallest I'll go is 2.
I would hope that's the smallest action they take.
Yeah, well, if you cash, you got to be in the top 50%, so you're at least going to double your money. But if you pay attention to the injury reports and whatnot, like today I gave Steve Mims, who fills in for you on the show when you're on assignment.
Yeah.
I coached him up and told him to take Markieff Morris because I had kind of the inside track that Blake Griffin wasn't going to play today. and Markieff Morris is going off right now. So, Mims, you're welcome.
So clearly, you're not only are you your own degenerate daily gambler, you're now trying to influence poor Steve Mims.
The good people. I'm trying to help the good people.
Now you are trying to influence. Listen. No, nobody's crying pauper for any of us. We all have a great time covering sports for a living, or doing the radio thing, or in the case of Steve, filling in for me on occasion in this radio thing, and it's splendid. It's a blast. But you are trying to steer people in the wrong direction. I believe Steve. He's got. This is a grown man with bills to pay. He's a family.
James,
you are trying to steer him in the wrong direction.
James, Steve was dealing blackjack Friday night, so it's not like I let him down the path of destruction. He was already well on his way.
In a different context, this is just man. Enabling behavior here. This is inexcusable. Just so bad. You're steering people the wrong direction, providing just wrong answers for fantasy advice.
I dish out fantasy advice on Twitter daily, okay? And also when Steve, a good friend of mine now, much the same way if he asked me if he could borrow a cup of sugar, he came to me and asked me for some fantasy advice.
A lot of people hitting you up for cups of sugar.
Well, I don't know, but if they did, I would have gave Steve a cup of sugar. It's the same thing.
I think the $1 and $3 fantasy advice is worth as much as the cup of sugar.
I cannot wait till I take one of those slates down. I can't wait. I will bring the tax form in and fill it out right in front of you, sir.
You realize that the level of which you have to collect on one of those is rather high?
Yes.
The threshold is pretty enormous.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
And also
I know these things because I do play in a couple of tournaments here
Yes.
and there in Vegas, and have had to worry about such things and why you keep you losing tickets, and have advised some people from a tax perspective, if they particularly cash in a big way, how to go about writing off offsetting losses so that your tax bill isn't as bad, and other things. Again, all things you pick up on when you're around really upstanding citizens of the world who in no way, shape, or form provide their only means of income through gambling.
Well, when I was serving at a golf course in Salem, there was a gentleman that would come in every morning to get the Keno slips and the Powerball slips that people had left behind, so he could use them to write off his winnings. So I guess I've been doing horrible things for a while now, James. I was facilitating, I guess.
Yeah, and all kinds of enabling behavior in your past, your present, your future. Again, Alex, we may have to have an intervention here. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my gosh.
We may have to step in. I mean, goodness gracious. Hey, $1 and $2 daily fantasy sports betting. Brother, we need some help here.